So Dan and I are going on a camping trip. We are taking the new camper out for its first real camping trip outside of the city. The last time it was at Georgetown, but this time we're going to Fairfield Lake State Park. And there's the Danimal, getting ready to get his camp on, learn how to fly fish.
Hey, my fly fishing stuff didn't come in.
Typical. Hey, so we're here 3 hours later, way further than I thought. I thought it was 2 hours, but we're here. Look, we got the camper backed in. Let's see, there's Dan. He's hangry. He's hungry and angry. All right, so the battery died because it got too hot because it sits in my window. So I couldn't film a lot of the setup. Got the camper all set up. You know, it's cool. Got the Wii U, you know, and the TV, camping. Got all the food. There's a homemade shelf.
While we're camping.
TV. Camping. We've had dinner. It's been awesome. There's Dan getting ready. That's the bed in its down position. So you can see the bed over here is pretty big. And then my bed, the queen size bed. Got these handy little lights. And with that, good night. Morning of day 2. Slept awesome in the camper. Morning of day 2. Slept awesome in the camper. I want to show you a little bit about our campsite. So there's my truck. There's my weapons of mass destruction. Here is the camper in the wild. I pretty much love it. I'm going to show you the campsite real quick. So all of this space is part of this campsite out at Fairfield Lake State Park. With this awesome picnic table, this giant flat pad over here for if you're tent camping or have extra people who come out and want to tent camp. An extra parking spot over here. Oh, look, we had visitors. Visitors came to the trash bag last night. Fire pit here. This site, you go down these steps, boom, direct access to the lake. You have your own personal trail from your campsite to the lake. And Dan was out here and he already caught a fish this morning. I'll show you a picture of it right now. It was a good little bass. Fat, heavy, short. Kind of like me. Then there's awesome wildlife out here. Someone put a catfish head on the log. I didn't bring my fishing gear with me down to the lake this trip. Down to the lake. I brought it here to camp. But Dan left his fishing rod, one of them, while he's over there fishing a different hole. So I'm gonna throw his for a minute and see if I can catch something. Nothing. And just as I finished fishing, look who's coming down the trail. Anything down there?
No fish caught.
I was throwing your line out there. Thought I had one on. Man, I was fighting that thing. It was hydrilla.
Address.
Sucked.
Watch out, catch fish real quick.
Alright. Dan's gonna catch fish real quick before I go drink some coffee. He's not gonna catch a fish. And that's camp. I would like to point out how awesome this mosquito egg is. Alright, so now Dan's cooking breakfast. It's gonna be good. The one thing about Dan and I, when we camp, we eat well. We eat better than we do when we're at home. Let's look at what we're having here. Cooking some sausages on the grill, the RVQ, the guacamole, some chives. What's coconut water for?
Drink.
And some eggs. Some eggs, mister. I got the shower set up on the camper. Boom! Check it out. $30 utility tent from Academy. Sets up right next to the camper. It's pretty perfect. Also, I put a anti-fatigue floor mat underneath there, so you're not stepping on the rocks or the gravel or the dirt when you're showering. And then also, I had to cut a hole in the screen to allow the shower head to go through. We have a full-blown shower. Look at that. There you go. Let's check in status on the breakfast. What are you doing to the eggs, Dan?
Making them.
This is actually a good time to do the inside tour of the camper. Look at that. Several people have asked to see all the features and details of the camper, so I'm gonna show you. So outside here, we have a little light. 2 outlets, have an antenna for the built-in stereo. That is an outdoor speaker. It's pretty sweet. This shelf is a removable shelf that folds into a bag along with the grill. The grill connects to this propane cable that retracts into the side of the camper. Also pretty sweet. I've used it quite a bit already. There is a storage hatch over here, so you can access the under the bed storage, and a little lid holder right here. Easy. And in here I have my toolbox for easy access and a bunch of other random junk that I probably don't need. Sweet Lunker Lab sticker. Again, here's my shower. The other side of the storage, this has a slide out tray for keeping electrical cables and water hoses. It locks in place. There's the air conditioner unit. Here you can see the plug for the cable. I've added an HD antenna, and I run that cable up, and it's velcroed on the roof by 4 little velcro pads. Behind the shower, the actual shower doors, this is the refrigerator hatch. You can take that off and switch it from 120 to 12 volt, and then turn both of those off and switch it to propane. This is the furnace exhaust. This is where you plug in the power hot water heater. Outside access, and easily access this huge amount of storage without having to open these latches right now. And it comes with sweet little prop bars to keep it open. There's where the battery goes. That's the solar ready plug. You just plug in those Zamp solar panels and you're good to go. 2 propane tanks, electric jack. Let's see, there's 4 stabilizing jacks under there, not to be used for leveling. This is the access door for the under the seat storage. You can see the vent fan up there. And so that's the outside. So now we're gonna see the inside of the camper. So we're in the camper. There's the dad. Oh God. So the camper comes standard with this sweet mirror. Actually comes in pretty handy. I thought it was stupid, but it's cool. Added this little suction cup hook for hanging jackets or any other things you may need quickly. Has this little netting. I keep a couple of flashlights in there. It's a good place to hang your sunglasses. I put these 3M hooks here for my keys and my headlamp. I had to squish the little hangers so that they didn't touch the bottom wall when you close it. I've also added a TV and my Wii U. Down here is the air conditioner thermostat, a light switch that turns on a night light, fire extinguisher, built-in CD player, hooks into your phone, so there's a USB jack for charging your phone or whatever. I can play my music through there, which is neat. Pretty standard size microwave. Extra storage down here. There's where the cable comes out, so you can plug in, like I have the HD TV running to there. There's 2 outlets down there. There's one of the speakers, the other speaker's under the seat behind me. There's the air conditioner / heat pump unit. This is a queen size bed. There's the dome window, and these things go up pretty deep. I know you can't really even see that, but it's cool because when you're laying there, you don't feel claustrophobic and you can see out really well. It's cool to wake up to. Each of the windows has an accordion shade. You have these really bright on-off lights, which is really cool. This thing came with it, and I thought at first it was stupid and it looked dumb, but it's the quote-unquote hangable pantry. I use it as a closet, and it's really awesome. So I just keep all my clothes and towels and what have you nots in there. So that's pretty sweet, and it's out of the way. Sink, and this is a cutting board. Sink cover has hot and cold running water, of course. Like I said, with that 6-gallon hot water tank. It just drains off the side. There is no gray tank or black tank on this thing. Plenty of storage under the sink, and my lighter that always falls every time I open the door. I have a full-size shoebox full of food and spices and stuff. Wipes, a dust buster, thanks Maggie. The water pump for when you're using the water tanks. has a pretty huge fridge. This thing goes back forever in there. It's pretty rad. Make sure you latch this latch when you're moving, or else everything will fall out. I know from experience. 3-burner stove. Whoa, look. So here's the firewood vending machine. How crazy is that? All right, we found a little creek on the side of the road by Primitive Drive, and I see a skull in the field I'm gonna try to go get. Well, I got the skull. I didn't document how I did it, but I did it. It's a pretty sweet boar skull. I kind of cut myself a little bit, but worth it. And I saw this one. I saw this one, and there's this one, and then look at this one. So I'm walking through the woods here by the place we stopped to fish. These woods are full of giant pig prints and deer prints. I'm just gonna look around a bit. Hopefully I don't see any snakes, which I probably will, because look at this, total snaky area. So yeah, and then I think we're gonna move on to the next spot soon. But remember how I was just saying I hope we don't find any snakes? The snake skin did scare the crap out of me as I was putting my rods down. Look at this thing. Maybe it's just a rat snake or something, because the tail goes to a little sharp point. All right, we're at the next creek. We're gonna try some fishing here, see what happens. Hopefully I won't get any more brambles or thorn cuts chasing skulls. All right, so we are down at the new fishing hole, and it's straight up like a jungle down here. It's really cool looking. This stuff was super soft, you know, sank quite a bit. It was a little scary, especially with all my recent quicksand adventures. But look at this. It's like a jungle back there. So we're at this fishing spot in the jungle, and we were throwing our worm and our whopper popper on the top water, and look what I got on my hook. Here, Dan's gonna film me getting him out. Here. Look what I just caught on my little Zebco and my little flexi rod. This is awesome. Yes, catching dinosaurs. That's amazing, catching dinosaurs. All right, let's get this off the hook. So we didn't catch any more fish, but this little gem. Found this little gem. Teeth and all. Pretty cool. So that goes in my pocket. You never know what's going to be in my pockets. So we've showered in the outdoor shower, and it's pretty amazing. Separately, Dan wanted to point out, it was separate. I went on a hike while he showered. And now we are cooking dinner. Tonight we're having grilled salmon and veggie kebabs, and then also we're gonna do some scrimps on the grill.
What I tell you about blocking my food?
Grilled salmon, some scrimps off the grill, and some veggie kebabs. Pretty stoked on this while we watch planes, trains, and automobiles and eat food in the air conditioner with the microwave while camping. It's pretty amazing.
That's good.
Pretty good?
Right.
So we just woke up and I was going out to pee. I heard this god-awful racket in the dumpster. Sorry, there was fog on the lens. Look, he's hanging out. Also, we hurried back from the lake last night because of the lightning and thunder. It didn't even rain. Now we're gonna go fish, eat some breakfast, and then fish some more, and then pack up and go home. Well, this is pretty awesome. Dan and I went to this little spot to go fishing, and on my third cast, I kept seeing something popping my lure and pulling out of the water, and I got this monster. It's smaller than my lure. It's smaller. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. So I hope that fish got on the time lapse. I was time lapsing and I switched baits, the old KVD, chartreuse with the black dot. First cast, right out there on the tip of the reeds. I felt a boom and then a blah, and he pulled. And it was a pretty good little fight. 3.65. Yep. 3.65. It was a pretty long bass too. I wish we had a tape measure to measure it. But yeah. I'm stoked. I went from the smallest bass in the lake to a pretty decent bass. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, so we are all packed up. We got everything taken out of the camper that we're gonna take out of the camper. I got the fridge cleaned out and locked. I just wanted to show you how easy this comes down and show you about my little shelf. So I'm gonna take the shelf down, then put the walls down and show you how actually easy this thing is. So I'll set you there, hopefully you can see it. All right, to get the shelf down, you unhook this hook, you unhook this hook, you unhook that hook, then you lift and that is it. To close this bad boy, it's literally as simple as this. Undo this latch, undo this latch, this wall, oops, sorry I forgot to put the coat hanger on. That's the coat hanger. But this wall folds down like so. Then over here, you undo that latch. You gotta do this. Gotta take the door in half, let's close the door. You undo this latch, you hold the door, you step through, set it down, open the door, close this little door, close this door, then to put the top down, you literally, oh there's a spider, get out of here guy, don't go in there, lift this up, that comes down, and this closes. You press this, latch that, and you latch this side. That's gonna be a terrible angle. And you are done. That's it. That's all there is to putting this thing up. You just take the wheel chucks out, raise the jacks, hook up your vehicle, and go. Pretty simple.